Hey friends, welcome back to She's at It Again. My name is Tanya. It is the middle of the early afternoon and I'm going to make some soup for dinner tonight. I think it'll stay warm, till we come in and eat dinner. So I wanted to bring you along for this because this is my first time making it, but I hear it is fabulous. We're going to be using something called gnocchi, and if you think it's pronounced gnocchi, you're in the majority. So let's go over to the stove and we're going to make some gnocchi soup. All right, we are over at the stove top and I finally figured out, I think, which of my tripods to use to get my camera up here. So I'm kind of excited. All right, I just turned the heat on underneath this burner and I would have used a clear stock pot so you could see from the side, but I didn't want to. I like this pan. I like this pan better than the other ones. All right. We need to start out by just putting about a tablespoon of olive oil in our stock pot. I'm now on my second giant can of olive oil that comes from Greece. And I'm pretty proud of these things, but the fact that I've gone through an entire, I call it a gas can, I think it's a gallon, but I could be wrong about that. I've gone through that in just what seems like a short time to me. May have been a few months, but that's a lot of olive oil. Okay, getting this heated up. I have a whole onion that I chopped up in my little handy dandy chopper here. And let's see. Zoe is right under my feet. I'm not sure what she thinks she's going to get out of doing that, but she has been at my feet nearly all morning and this afternoon because that's about how long I've been cooking. All right, this is just an organic yellow onion. We're going to saute that in our olive oil just till it gets transparent. This is my Italian sausage that I made yesterday. Did a video on that. So made this from just bulk ground pork and just a few spices. But we're going to add that to this as soon as this starts turning transparent just a bit. All right, that's starting to turn clear. I've got other things to do or I wouldn't necessarily be in this much of a hurry. Okay, I'll just wrap this in wax paper to put it in the refrigerator. For those of you wondering what gnocchi is, it is a pasta, but it's made with potatoes. I mean, it's made with flour, but it's also made with potatoes. You can get it in gluten-free, and I'm not exactly sure what the makeup of it is. I think I read the label on it at Good Measure here a while back, but I can't remember what I read. Just in case somebody asked me to make something with it in there. And I needed to know if there were gluten-free options out there. Mine today will not be, though. I mentioned in the video about the Italian sausage that one of the advantages to making it on your own from scratch from the ground pork is that there's hardly any fat in this. Now I know a lot of times I'll buy, or used to buy like bulk pork sausage or Italian sausage. There was just so much grease in it. I wound up draining off, it seemed like half the product. But with this, as you can tell, there is very little. See if I can lean this over a bit. There is very little grease coming out of this at all. And of course, if you needed to, you could use ground chicken instead of ground pork if you'd rather have that. And I've never tried it with ground chicken, but I'm sure it would taste a lot like Italian sausage made with ground pork. All right, I have the heat turned up a little higher than medium. So I'm going to turn this down just a tad. We're going to start adding our seasonings to this. And it's a teaspoon of a lot of things. So we'll have a teaspoon of salt. And there's that. A teaspoon of pepper. Ding diddly, I always forget to grind this before I turn the camera on and start the video. But oh well, just bear with me. Okay, I'm just eyeballing it, obviously not measuring it. But you can always add more pepper, you just can't take it out if you put it in there. A teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and I make my own Italian seasoning, but I'm sure they sell it in the store. Pretty sure I've done a video on how to make Italian seasoning because I think I seasoned garlic toast with it. And it smells so good when it's cooking. Woo! And there's not a whole lot of ingredients in this, but I would encourage you to make your own. Let's see, I'll keep the drawer open. I need a teaspoon of oregano. A teaspoon of dried parsley. Get back here. A teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon of onion powder. This is one of my favorites because it smells like an onion ring. Love it. And a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. That steam coming up makes this onion powder stick to my spoon. All right, that's our whole bunch of teaspoons of a lot of different things. Once you saute your onions and you put your meat in there and start browning it, it goes together so fast. I kind of scribbled down the recipe as I was watching someone make it, and then I had to rewrite it because I couldn't figure out what I'd scribbled down in the first place. That's what happens when you scribble, I guess. All right, a tablespoon of tomato paste. And I have it measured out in this. Of our organic tomato paste, and it's the kind that has no sugar in it at all. Some of them do. Just got to constantly read the labels, even if you buy the same brand over and over and over. Sometimes they change it, so just FYI. The next ingredient it calls for is 1 to 2 tablespoons of freshly minced garlic. I buy mine in a jar, but I have about 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic in here. Next it calls for 2 cups of chicken broth, and this is just home canned chicken bone broth. You can see all the goodness floating in there. Okay, we're We're going to turn our heat up a little bit and bring that to a boil. Which shouldn't take too long. And the next thing we're going to add is our gnocchi. And instead of making it, which I've only made it one time before, and I thought I did a video on it, but we can't find it anywhere, so I'll have to make something later on and do the homemade gnocchi. But it's really fun to make. And this is a 1 pound package. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on this. We're going to let that simmer. I'm turning my heat down to about medium again. We're going to let that simmer for about 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and add 3 more ingredients, and we're done. Okay, that smells really nice. All right, to this we're going to add a cup of grated, fresh grated, not pre-grated. Please do not buy that, much less eat it. Don't use it in your cooking because sometimes it compromises the texture of things. Not always, but sometimes it does. This is Parmesan Reggiano, but my favorite is Pecorino Romano, but I just didn't have a big enough package of it in here. I had the other package out in the garage, and I had the Parmesan Reggiano right in front of me, so either one of those is fine. But an entire cup of that. I probably could have gotten away with a smaller saucepan, but we do have to add the spinach at the end, and it takes up a lot of space at first, even though it cooks down to just almost nothing. All right, next we have 2 cups of heavy cream. I just impaled a gnocchi. So be careful when you stir it. Don't stick your spatula down straight into it. Just kind of keep stirring it, scraping it off the bottom. They're not sticking, but I did just poke my spatula into one of them. They're just, I love eating gnocchi because they're just puffy and soft. Almost like when you're a kid and you pick the middle out of a roll or a biscuit. I may or may not have a child that did that, but just that soft, pillowy part in the center, that's what the gnocchi reminds me of, the texture of it anyway. All right, last ingredient is a 5-ounce package of fresh spinach. Any kind of greens like this, turnip greens, kale, anything like this, particularly the spinach. Now, it starts out this high bulk item, and like I said, when it cooks down, you're like, where did it all go? Because it cooks down to almost, if you have all your stuff measured out, I honestly think you could come home on your lunch hour and make this. Stick it in a warm crock pot or just leave it on the burner and keep it warm and have it for dinner that night. It would smell so good when you walked in the house. Now, ideally, for cold weather, this would be perfect. Today is an absolutely gorgeous day here in Arkansas. It is in the upper 70s. And we consider that very, very mild right now because in the summertime it gets oppressively hot at times and very humid, but today it is lovely. So this is going to be a nice dinner tonight. See how the spinach just kind of disappears? It almost looks like it's going down the drain somewhere in there and you can't find it. This is going to be so good. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat completely off now. I'll get my dishes washed up. I have to deliver a meal for Meal Train, and I'm going to let this stay on the burner and just stay warm, and we will have it for dinner. That means I can turn my Vinahood light off. Okay, so lid's on it. I gotta go get some other things done right now. Ooh, I feel like today is a whirlwind, and my hair's looking like it's had a whirlwind. It's been a good day though. So thanks for joining us. Recipe will be in the description as always. Like I said, refer back to the Italian sausage video and mix that up and use it for this, and you'll have a good homemade soup. So I'll let you know what we think about it in the comments. Hopefully I'll get to it and I'll make the first comment and let you know how good this soup is. I'm thinking it's gonna be good because it smells really good. Anyway, recipe will be in the description as always, and we look forward to sharing something again with you real soon. Thanks for joining us. Bye.